I'm using it right now. Four. Hey! Who are they? So y'all look. This is going to be a very different live. Okay? Let me let a few people get off in this thing. How many people we got? Okay, we got 144. Okay. So look, y'all. Last night, there was a video came up in my feed, and it was called 1986, The Vanishing of the Black Family. And I'm like, what the hell? Now, I wasn't born. I was born in 84. You feel me? So, I clicked on it, of course. I'm obedient. I clicked on it, and I watched it. And I'm like, wow. Y'all, some of y'all need to go watch that video. It's very, very interesting. Took place in New Jersey, the inner city of New Jersey, right? But what I found in that video, they were interviewing young mothers and then the fathers. All of the fathers were like, no, we don't take care of the kids. No, we leave that to the mama and the government. I'm like, what the fuck? And the mothers, they were like, you know, young, 19, 21. They're like, I don't need no man. I can take care of my baby by myself. I get a check every month. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Just the mentality. You feel me? And so, now, my mama was 23 in 86, and I was 2. And so I'm like, now I know my mama. She wish a bitch would. And that's why my daddy wasn't there. Because they just couldn't, she was too, they came from 2 different time periods. My daddy was like 20-something years older than my mama. They came from 2 different time periods. My mama was like, I wish a bitch would. I can do it on my own. You can't tell me shit. And not my daddy. He needed some. He went and married someone else who stayed at home for 30 damn years and raised all my other brothers and sisters. So I just really want to ask y'all, do you think, and let's just be honest with your girl, you feel me? Because if you were born in that time and that was the thinking of the people at that time, that's how they raised you. Huh? I did a video on my other channel about reprogramming the subconscious, right? Flipping the switch. But do y'all have a lot of ego? Be honest with me. Because I do. I had to check myself last night. That video did not come in my feed for nothing. I had to check myself, bro. Like, there's something wrong when you feel like, shit, fuck a man. But what about the children? Huh? Because I'm at that stage right now. There's certain things my son he feel like he can't come to me with. He told me one day, he said, Mom, I'm getting some hair on my nuts. I looked at him like, okay, what the fuck you want me to tell you about that? I ain't got no nuts. What you want me to tell you? But I'm just saying, y'all, do y'all feel like our ego have anything to do with what's going on? Let me get off in these comments. They're going so damn bad. How can I slow this shit down? They need both. Yeah. Yes. And then it's like this right here. So, ego comes into play when you co-parenting too. Yeah, it do now. Because let me tell you, When I was single, now I'm talking about, well, okay, so when I was single and it was just me and the kids, and his daddy was single, there was no issues. We could co-parent just fine. I get a boyfriend, he getting his ego for the wrong fucking reasons. For the wrong, it ain't even about is the child safe. It's just for the wrong reasons. You hear me? And then he get a girlfriend, and I get in my feelings. But don't now one of us want each other. It's just like, man, fuck, I can do this shit by myself. And it's like, who you thinking about? You thinking about yourself or you thinking about the child? The video is literally called The Vanishing of the Black Family. And they were interviewing all these young women. And I'm just like, wow, because those women were my mother's age. And they was like, fuck a man. Huh? Now, I could speak on the other side of it too. Because, you know, the system was kind of set up. If the man was in the house, you couldn't get shit. And if you living in a city where it's expensive as fuck, you already got all these different things working against you where you really can't go out there and get no damn job for real because you don't know what 2 and 2 is because you didn't get past the damn 9th grade. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get somebody to take some accountability now. Because, yeah, we know the system was kind of set up like that. I don't know if it still is, but here, it was about 5 years ago. They'd rather see you with just you and your damn kid than you can get everything you need. You can get the food stamp, the check, the housing, fucking help with transportation, all that. But if the man was in the house, couldn't get shit. I'm like, what the fuck? They don't make y'all. I'm watching all this shit last night. Cause I wasn't but 2 in 86. So I'm like, well, damn, that didn't make no damn sense. You would think you would want the man in the house. You know what I'm saying? So they could both get on their feet together. So yeah, the system was kind of set up fucked up. And I think the mothers of that time didn't even see it like that. They were just so much in their ego. I don't need his ass. I get $300 a month. I ain't got to do shit. I can lay on my ass all month and just wait. And on the first of the month, she said all of the mothers, it showed it. All of them was just like at the mailbox. And trust me, I know because I used to deliver mail. And they'll fight your ass. You don't have that damn check. You hear me? So all of them was sitting right there on the first of the month. And they called it Mother's Day. That's what the girl said they called it. Because everybody got their check that day. And then they was showing, y'all remember the food stamp that was different color dollars and shit. I remember when I was like 5 and 6 going to the store with the little brown ones and the little green ones and shit like that. Baby. But I just really wanted to know now, looking at the shit now, I couldn't do nothing then. I wasn't but 2. And my grandma, she an Aries. She the same way. She raised 5 of them by her damn self. But here's the thing. She's still by herself. So I'm trying to figure out, is it, and she wouldn't let nobody do nothing for it. My grandma had a boyfriend. Oh my God. I ain't gonna say the man name, cause I put the business out there like that, but he would have did anything for my grandma. She had that man like that right there. But she wouldn't let him. Ego. Now I don't need you to pay my damn bill. I go to work every day. Grandma worked 32 years at Goodyear. Hard ass years. And when she started out, her counterparts would be spitting on and shit. And grandma would fight like a motherfucker. So I'm just like, do y'all still think the ego affects us now when it comes to the vanishing black family? Or the family period. Family period. Okay. I do too. I had to be honest with myself. Excuse me. I had to be honest with myself last night. And then I got to looking. I'm like, well, why did I even leave my son's father? Ego. Ego. It's just period. It's just period. The fucking ego. And it's like, who's suffering at the end of the day? Who suffers? The children. Because we too much in our ego. I got this. I can do this by my damn self. And then, as soon as something don't go right, you be like, well, where your damn dad at? Baby, you hear me? I don't know. I'm just telling y'all, that shit hit me. Like, it was like, oh my God. And all of them women, and like half of them, because they didn't know what 2 and 2 was, because they didn't go to school. Okay, so they mamas had them when they were like 15, 16. So that would have been like with my grandmama, right? Because I'm looking at this video, came out in 86. Now, my mama was 23 in 86. She had me when she was, no, she was 24. Because she had me when she was 22. But I was the third one. I wasn't even the first one. My mama had her first child. She was 15. 15. I got a daughter right now. She'll be 18 in a few months. And I look at her and I can't even imagine it. Especially with, she don't even hardly do shit for real. She don't hardly do shit for real, so I cannot imagine her trying to be no damn mama. It's all about her nails, her clothes, you know, things that she want to do. I can't imagine her having, baby, I just can't. So, my mama had her first child when she was 15 and got married. I know y'all like, Sag, what the fuck is you talking about? Y'all, that video tripped me out last night. And then I just got to looking at all the women in my family. All of them headstrong. Wish a bitch would. Like, wait a minute. And all of them single. There got to be something going on. All of them single. Ain't but 3 women in my family anyway. My mama, my aunt, and my grandmama. All the rest of them boys. But then I look at the boys that the single women raised, and now I love my uncles to death. It's just pure point blank. But one of them, and I guess they call it the baby, a mama's boy. I just look at the dynamics that he has with the women that he chooses and things like that, and some of that shit was just fucked up before they even had a chance. You feel me? Because how they mamas was so fucking headstrong. I don't need no help from your ass. I can do it by my damn self. Get the hell on, you know. And so I'm looking at it. I'm like, well, damn. Something going on there, man. Something going on. But you can't even go to my grandma and talk about being submissive. What? Grandma slap fuck out your ass. She don't know what that is. She don't know how to spell it. Yeah. Cause that ain't even in her vocabulary. And I get it from my grandma, cause during them times, it was hard in the fucking 60s and on up and through. It was hard as hell for black women. Hell, for black people, period. So you got that, you got to survive. You got these 5 kids that's looking up to you, and you just determined not to let nothing and no one hold you down, or I don't know. I'm just trying to put that shit together. I don't think there needs to be a balance. There needs to be a balance. But then you have a lot of single mothers who raising these boys don't know what in the fuck they doing for real, for real. Now, don't say that ain't true. It's certain things I personally feel is certain things that men can instill in these boys that maybe we too soft on them. So then they grow up and they get out there and they trying to have a little family, and you know, if we soft on their ass and we ain't really make them do shit, or we wasn't really consistent with their ass and ain't instilled nothing in them, they walking away from these women that they done got pregnant. Because I'm telling you, man, them boys on that video last night, all of them was like, no, we don't take care of it. One of them had 6 kids with 6 different women. He was like, shit, I ain't finna start what I'm doing. He was 18 in 86. I ain't finna start what I'm doing because she done got knocked up. He talking about he look at his kids like art. I had one here, I had one there. I'm like, what in the fuck was going on in their mind? But we really, 35 years later, ain't really too much farther from where the fuck they was in 86. For real, for real. So I'm like, what in the fuck is going on, man? She was like, I ain't even talking about racism. Huh? We destroying our damn self. So yeah, that shit just, it hit your girl. I'm like, damn, bro. And you know, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be. But it been, you know, a lot of us have had to be so damn strong for so fucking long. And I get that part with my grandma. So she instilled that in her daughter. Like, fuck a man, you don't need no man. You go out there and do your own thing. Take care of your damn self. And I find myself telling my daughter the same shit. You don't need no man to change your tire. Take them goddamn heels out. Or hell, if you can do it in your heel. And change the fucking tire. You don't need no man to do that shit for you. But I'm really feeling like it got to be some balance off in that thing. Because then we're going to have another generation of women who's saying, I wish a bitch would. Let me read y'all comments. I need to know where y'all at on this. I don't know, y'all. Hey, sweetheart. I wish I could slow these damn comments down so I can read these hoes. Let me see. It's conditioning, yes. But what do we do now? Because like I said, hell, I couldn't do nothing in 86. But I'm 37 now. I'm a grown-ass woman with my own children. What do we do about that right there? The KKK, what? Self-love is what they're truly seeking. Yeah, because it's got, you know, you look at it like, in order for a person to be so blocked off, it's just so damn hard. Their heart got to be blocked off. Possibly because of all of the pains and things. I feel like my grandmama's heart was blocked off because all the shit she had to go through. She sit down, and I love to sit down with her, and, you know, she tell me about the good old days. I love that. But you can tell that it's triggering for her. And that she had never dealt with that pain. So it just made her real hard and real strong. And so that when she had her children, that just what she taught them to be strong. So damn strong that they ain't got no damn body. You hear me? They by their damn self. And they, you know, and they get in their pride and say, I want to be by myself. No, the fuck they don't. Not for real, for real. They don't want to be alone. Who the fuck want to be alone? Who the fuck want to die alone, child? No damn body unless something going on in the brain. But their ego, they pride. I don't want no man. I don't want no woman. Okay. You keep lying to me. I mean, keep lying to yourself. You ain't lying to me. You feel me? But I get how that happened. But here we are. That my grandmama, that my mama, there's me, and now my daughter, and now I got 2 granddaughters. So something got to change off in this thing. You hear me? And a lot of us don't even, excuse me. That's why I say we got to flip the switch. Got to reprogram that thing. That's exactly what that video was about yesterday on my other channel. Because, you know, once you grow up and realize the things that you was taught, people, how do you raise somebody? You raise them with your traditions, your values, and your belief systems, and you do the best you can, and you think you're doing the best for that person based on how you believe. But if you just look at all of the women in my line, in my family, now Grandma Corrine, her and her husband, man, them folk were together about 50 years. But that was the time, that was the thing. They were still married when Jabbo died. Okay. And now, and it's also, I look at how my grandmama was raised. She was the black sheep of the family. I forgot how many kids they had, but my grandmama was the black sheep of the family. Everybody came to her for help. She could never go to nobody for help. She just had to be real fucking strong at an early age, you know. And then you mix that up with the times, you know, the 50s and the 60s. Well, you had to damn near beg the white man for everything. My grandma told me she had to get on her knees and beg this man for an apartment. She ain't had nowhere to stay. She had 5 kids. She said the man name was Lawyer Green. She talked about that man all the time. She said, Evan, I had to get on my knees and beg this man. She said, and I had the damn money. So I could just imagine. I said, a motherfucker like me with all this damn pride and ego, I'm like, fuck you, ain't your damn apartment. Go get somewhere else. But my grandmama knew what she had to do. She had them 5 kids. She had to have somewhere for them to lay their head. She had no family or friends she could go to because everybody was so used to coming to her. So she got on her knees and she begged that man for that damn apartment. You feel me? And so it's like, it angers you. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And if you don't heal it, deal with it, you hold on, you bottle all that shit up and you make decisions based on how the fuck you feeling. Based on all them hurt and the pain. Trying not to get hurt again. So my grandmama wouldn't really let nobody get close to her, for real. And she teaching her kids to be strong and fuck a man. Okay, so then here you go with my mama. Fuck a man. So here you go with a daughter growing up without a daddy. Now I'm not putting it out on my mama because it take 2 to tango. You feel me? But I'm just looking at the pattern of a lot of shit can go wrong when motherfuckers ain't healed. Okay? A lot of people just push to the side. They don't even want to look at it no more. Some of that shit is painful. You know? So you just brush it up under the rug. You don't even want to deal with it no more. But I just had to call myself out on what it was last night. I'm like, wow. Because at the end of the day, who getting affected? The children. So, I don't know, y'all. But I'm going to pull a few cards since y'all on here. Your mother did. Yeah. And then another thing. People in my community ain't finna go no damn therapist. They not finna go talk to no damn counselor. You feel me? They like, hell no, I ain't handling my own shit. I ain't finna go sit and tell nobody what I got going on. Pride and ego. Well, you know your ass needs some damn help. Too prideful. So you hold on to all that damn pain. A whole fucking generation of it. And then you raise your kids based on that shit. And they ain't got a chance. They ain't got a chance. Them young women was on live TV. I don't need him. I get a government check. I get my food stamp. I don't need his ass. I was like, wow. And the men felt the same way. Shit, she don't need me. She get a check every month. Like, hold up, man. Something ain't right here. And then you had women, because they knew in the back of their mind that the government was there, they wouldn't have more. You got women who think like that today. They're not really having to concern themselves with how in the fuck is we gonna take care of this. You know, it costs like what, 10 up to 20,000 to have a child in the hospital. Ain't most black people ain't never had to pay that shit because they all had the system. So they don't even think about things like that. Well, shit, I can get, well, you pregnant again, well, that's another $300 on the food stamp. Huh? And I'm not down to nobody, I'm just saying, the shit that was put in our mind, it handicapped and crippled the fuck out of us. And then we got nerve to throw some ego on top of it. What the fuck? Shit sound retarded, man. It sound retarded as hell. You want to throw some ego on top of the fact that you just let the government take care of you. Y'all have to watch the video, man. For real. And like I said, I ain't judging no damn body. I think it's fucked up. And it's still, you still got people today who think like that. They ain't never really sat down and had to figure out their damn finances because they found out they was pregnant. They just go line up and sign up for some shit. It's supposed to be a damn stepping stone, but that's not how it was put in us. You got generations of motherfuckers in the housing. You got the grandmama, the mama, the daughter, like 3 generations still in housing. Something is wrong, y'all. Tell me I'm not by myself on this right here. And then you can't have the man in the house, or they gonna cut your food stamp. They gonna cut your check down. You can't have him on the lease or your ass gonna get kicked out of housing. It's set up. It look like it's set up like that. The disappearance of the black family, or the vanishing of the black family is what the title is called. So, baby, I can't speak on everybody else. I can only speak on my folk. And what the fuck I done seen growing up and what I done been through. And then what I've done based on what I've seen and what I've been through. And I just keep looking at these right here like, you know, here, this is silent. This is my grandmama's silence right here. But out in the world, it's pride and ego. 6 of Wands. But when she's at home by herself at night, this is like, damn. I wish I could did this, wish I could did that, or... And it was a lot of things that they just didn't even know. I remember asking my grandma, I said, Grandma, damn, did you march with Martin Luther King? She was like, hell no, I was too busy trying to keep us safe, and I didn't know nothing about all that stuff. I wasn't finna get involved, and I'm just thinking knowing me, I'm like, what you mean you weren't gonna get involved? What you mean? That's exactly what the fuck you was supposed to do. But you know, I get it. She's a single mom of 5 kids. Like she said, she was busy. They walked their head held down. They didn't want to fuck with the white man. They didn't want the white man fucking with them. And she had to do what she had to do to take care of them kids. So me and my thinking right now, because we in what, the 20th century, I can say, well, grandmama, why you supposed to be out there fighting with dad? But I get it. I get it, man. She had to do what she had to do and that's the Godhead truth. She had to do what she had to do to take care of them kids. You know. And then you have a lot of, now let me flip it around. You got a lot of daddies who, they feel like, well, if they ain't got no money to give the child, well, I just don't even need to come around. I ain't got no money, I ain't got nothing to take over there, and I don't want to be looked at like a broke has-been, so I just ain't even gonna go around. The kids don't even remember them $5 you was bringing over there. But what the fuck they is gonna remember is whether you came over there or not. But the ego won't even let them do it. Huh? And I'm not saying all people, y'all don't switch my damn words, don't do that shit. I'm just telling you what I seen and what I went through. Then you have some that just don't give a damn. You have some mothers who just don't give a fuck, and you have some fathers who just don't give a damn. And you know, I feel like they just cause motherfucker can have a child don't mean they should. And then in the video last night, the little girl was, I keep calling her little girl because she was my daughter age. And I hear my daughter's conversations, and baby, I'm telling you, it's about her hair, her nails, what kind of car she finna get on her 18th birthday. It ain't nothing about. So I could not imagine her finna, trying to have no children. I just couldn't, baby. But this girl, she was like, the interviewer asked her, did her mother, who wasn't but 15 years older than her, listen to me. She said, did your mother talk to you about sex and protecting yourself and this, that, and the third? Her mama wasn't but 15 years older than her. Her mom probably just learning that shit her damn self. Man, the video is really, I wish I could see where are they now, because they children would be my age in their 30s. You know. But yeah, this shit opened my eyes like, what in the fuck is going on? It just really make you look back and even try to figure out how, well, we already know. I mean, we were oppressed as a people in a damn way. That's why I say, what can we do now? Yeah, we went through some hard ass time. Our people went through some hard ass times, bro. You just sit back and think about it. And that's another reason why I be so fucking mad when you see your people not doing shit. And you think about all the shit that your ancestors had to go through. They couldn't even feed their own kids. They had to breastfeed the white folk kids, the plantation owners, children. And they kids over there screaming and hollering because they hungry. But we went through some shit, bro. And I said in the video, I think it was somebody was a slave to, a slave to a queen or something. Queen of swords, queen of pentacles, some shit like that. Now, my grandmama, and I understand it now. I did not understand that shit then. My son daddy is Caucasian. I did not understand why my grandma was so angry. I'm like, what? And me being young as fuck, she said, I couldn't do it. She said her piece on it. And I'm like, well, grandmama, I didn't go through that. Y'all went through that, But I get it, cause my grandmama, they ain't never really got to hear that shit. They ain't had time. They had to just keep fucking moving. They had to keep moving forward. They had to do what the fuck they had to do. But I'm telling y'all, pride and ego really do. It hinders us. Cause a lot of people in my community need somebody that they can talk to, but they won't do it. They ain't finna do it. They just rather deal with it. They think they handling it and they not. They're just pushing it up under the rug. And then you raise another generation based on your hurts and pains and things that you've been through and your beliefs. Well, you don't like a certain group, so you're going to raise this child not to like it. Man, listen. Child. That thing had me going last night. I'm telling y'all, like, what the fuck? Man, do y'all know how strong? Listen, baby. And there was a community. What was the name of that community? They burnt the whole damn community. Random people up out of there. Black doctors, black business owners, homeowners, landowners. I cannot remember the name of the community. I think it was Ocoee. I think it's now called Ocoee in Florida, something like that. The whole black community of sophisticated motherfuckers, wish a bitch would type shit. And we were keeping it in the community. And they saw that, you know, it was a thriving community. And so what they did, they came through. They didn't like what they saw. They didn't like that they had to come to our banks and try to get loans. They didn't like that. Y'all go watch that, man. Listen. Okay? And it's not to make nobody hate. It's to educate. Okay? It's not, what I'm saying is not to make nobody hate. It's to just educate. Make you think. Just make you think a little bit about what the fuck is going on and what you doing. That shit opened me up last night. Because I'm like, man, I do got, like, bondage. Bondage. We ain't fucking free for real, for real. So many people still got the slave mentality. Baby. So anyway, I feel like a lot of us, it's like a lot of people want to expand and want to look out into the future and try new things, but they lost when it comes to it because a lot of people, you know, myself included, had I stayed in the box, I wouldn't never even been on YouTube. Had I allowed the fear of this and that, well, what if this and what if that? Well, what are people going to think? What they're going to say? And I was telling my uncle, he was like, what made you even get on there? I'm like, listen, bro, I was going on YouTube every day as a search engine. Because you just have certain people who think different. I said, well, damn it, if I can get on here and search a motherfucker, damn it, I can be on here too. What the fuck is stopping me from getting on here? Me. But I had to come up out the box. You got to be willing to look out into the future and see something different. And I'm not saying that our parents and grandparents didn't have goals and aspirations, but many of them were scared. And they weren't even in the time where they could do it for real, for real. They were scared of what would happen. You know, retaliation. But you had some of them didn't give a damn. You hear me? And a lot of people don't even mention their names. You have to go and dig that shit up. You had some, I wish a bitch would, people out there in the community. Even during slavery. Nat Turner said, I wish a bitch would. Kunta Kids, they said, I wish a bitch would. But look at certain things that happened. They lost their lives, lost limbs. They lost their children. Like, pain on a whole nother level. For us to sit here today and not do shit. I wish a bitch would. It ain't no excuse, bro. For real, man. That shit down there had me depressed last night. And then I watched, there was a different part of the segment where they had, it was called Negroes in the Middle Class. All that shit came up in my feed, child. And I watched it. I was up at about 5 in the morning. And he said, he was black just like me. But he referred to the lower class as those people. He said, I could do something to help them. But shit. But I told y'all how that started. Back in slavery. And he was a light-skinned African American. He didn't even associate himself with the lower class. I told y'all how that shit started back in the slavery days. The lighter skinned folk could work in the house. They called them house niggas. And then put the dark ass motherfuckers in the fields. And if they wasn't dark, by the time they got through working in that damn sun, they were black as fuck. Huh? And so you got this one. Just imagine. 10 families up. You got one sister in the house. One sister in the field. One brother in the house. One brother in the field. It split them up. Well, what the fuck make him so much better where he get to work in there with the white folk and I'm out here in the sun and the heat? Cause some resentment. Start dividing these families up. And it's still like that. Become successful and watch your family tear you down. Watch your family hate your fucking guts. They still got the slave mentality. They don't know nothing else. It's other groups of people who work together, man. I done seen the Irish come over here and just handle shit. I've seen many different groups of people come over here in the fucking United States and get their shit on point. But us, something wrong with that, man. It is something wrong with that, man. For real, for real. We be hating on each other. We be killing each other. It's so fucking sad. Calling the police on your baby mama or your baby dad, getting them folks involved in your business and shit like that. Like, just, I don't know, bro. Telling that she had me down there depressed last night. Because my mama was that 18-year-old girl talking about, fuck a man. I don't need a man. And I ain't saying you need no damn body. You don't need nobody but the Most High God. But when you just think about, because like I said, my grandma Corrine, who is in heaven with Kaylon now, her and Jabbo, my great-granddad, they were married for 50 years. It was a sense of family. The boys get out there with the daddy and work the fields and plant this and plant that and do what the fuck it is they had to do. You ain't got that shit now, hardly. You ain't hardly got that right now. I'm finna smoke me a cigarette, y'all. My nerve bad as hell. Shit got me thinking. And it's just my little thoughts on it. Ain't nobody said I was correct. Ain't nobody said I was 100% correct. I'm just telling you my thoughts on this shit. She had me depressed. It's like, you needed, they needed, my mama needed that help. But then look what it did to their mind. Completely broke up their family. Here we are 35 years later and it's the same shit going on. Because y'all know my mind frame. I wish a bitch would. And it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Because at the end of the day, who's suffering? For real, for real. So, let me see what you comment talking about. I can't even hardly see him. Yeah, we are. And I understand times is changing. It ain't like it was when, and I mean, and I talk about it. This ain't 1950. Ain't nobody finna sit at home and fry no fucking bacon while your ass is out there doing this, that, and the third. Okay, it's just the truth of it. But we could still have some type of unity. Hell, you got our black women in competition with the black men. For real, for real. And then, and I somebody said, a few motherfuckers said, because I was in that relationship for some years, and I didn't understand what the hell they were talking about. And I got one of my uncles, he say he would never date outside his race. I don't feel that way, y'all. I feel like, now I have my preferences. Now, if I'm speaking on preferences, ain't nothing better than a black man. That's just how I feel about it. That's just how I feel about it. But, you know, sometimes you just can't help who you fall for either. So, I'm not racist or no shit like that, but I understand why my grandmama was thinking the way she was thinking, given what she had been through and had not healed that. So she was still holding on to that. And she raised my mama. And because my mama was so damn young and didn't know what 2 and 2 was, my grandmama ended up raising me. My grandma hard as fuck, you hear me? She about to be 80, but baby, my grandma hard as hell. But when I sit down and I ask her all the things she used to go through, you can hear it in her voice. And that was 50 years ago. You can still hear it in her voice that it hurts still to this day. But they ain't finna go and tell nobody. They're not finna go sit down and talk to nobody. So what do you do with that, man? I don't know. It got to be something we can do now. Like I said, that damn shit was 30. But like, even though that video was 35 years old, we really ain't that much further than when the folk we would in. Now, a lot of y'all might not even know what the hell I'm talking about, because a lot of y'all probably ain't had to deal with that. And so for those of you who ain't never had to deal with, consider yourself lucky, child. And you got some folks had just raised their damn self. I watched another one. Homeless teenagers on the streets of Chicago. Baby. And I'm not saying that my grandma blamed her mom and dad. That's not what I'm saying. Because a lot of people do that. They say, well, my mama wasn't down, my dad, my grandmama had her mama and her dad in the house. Okay. It was a whole lot of them in that little 2-room house, but she had them. But I'm just saying, she held on because of the time that she came up in. Y'all hear them stories? Child, I had to walk 10 miles to school type shit. I love listening to them stories. I do. And anytime I can get my grandma on the phone, we'll be on that bit about 3 hours, because I be wanting to hear. She done told me these stories multiple times, but I love to hear it, you know. And I look at her. She don't even know I be looking at her at the end of the conversation. And I have so much respect for her. So much respect for her, bro. And when I was younger, sometimes I ask myself, how in the fuck did I even talk back to my grandmama, or even put my grandmama through the shit that I put her through? Just so damn young and naive and not knowing what the fuck is going on. But I listened to my grandmama tell me things she had to go through. And man, because I had probably been dead by now. And I tell my grandmama that, and she said, well, a lot of people say that. You had a white man spit in your face. She said, people say that, but you just had to fight. You just had to do what the fuck you had to do in them times. And I'm not trying to make this about race. I'm simply telling y'all what my grandma had to go through. So I can understand her not being so excited about my son's daddy, you hear me? But again, that was the pains that she was holding on to, had never healed it from. And so her outlook on it was like, hell no. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be with a white man. Ain't no fucking way. Because all I remember when I was growing up was them calling us niggers and spitting on us and trying to get the dogs on us and shit like that. And so when I was young, I used to be like, Grandma, I don't know what you want me to say. I ain't had to go through that. I'm so insensitive to what the fuck she had went through. But I still don't think like that. I still don't think like that. Okay? Because I have an understanding that we are spiritual beings first. Hell, who knows? She could have been a white man in a past life. You never fucking know. That's just limited thinking. For real, when you look at the bigger picture, for real, for real. Okay? But I feel like we as a people can free ourselves from the situations that we going through. It starts with the mind. It starts with the mind. And you free your mind, the rest of it gonna follow. So many limitations have been placed on us from years and years and years ago. And now I'm from the South. Okay? So I peep things out. I'm going to stores. And you see when a white woman or a white man get ready to walk through the doors, the black person sit to the side and let them go in. They don't even, it's just like they don't even realize what they're doing. I look at everything. Cause I'm like, wait a minute, you opened the door cause you was finna go in it, but then when it's, you know what I'm saying? And then you see the same situation where if it's a black man or a black woman getting ready to come out the door, they'll walk on in. And I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I know this live is all over the place. I'm telling you, shit had me in my feelings so hard last night. Or this morning, rather. It did. I had to call my own self out on my own issues. When it comes to certain things. People often tell me I look mean. Even my nephew the other day, he said, Auntie Ebony, poor thing. And I'm just sitting there watching TV. And he said, Auntie Ebony. I said, what, baby? He's like, you look mean, but I know you're not mean. And I might, those of you that seen me in the light, you see that look I get on my face when I get the frowning and shit. I do got a mean ass look. Some of that would talk to me. Like, look like this motherfucker won't even approach you. But then, that's exactly what happens. Some people don't approach you. I've had many people to tell me, many of my counterparts to tell me that they were intimidated by my presence, by my look. I'm like, what the fuck? You look mean. So I ain't even say nothing to you. I'm like, what the hell? Now, some of us can't help that. You know, it's just there. It just is what it is. What's in this comment? Your mama is like that. Love and forgiveness does wonders. Yeah, but here's the thing, man. Listen. And I'm not even finna sit here and give y'all this whole spiel about that. I'm finna tell you some real shit, and it's just the truth of it. If I was a slave, I just don't know. If I'd been so quick to love and forgive, I'm just being honest with you. People's families was ripped away. People's daughters was raped. Hung, killed, beaten, set on fire, tarred and feathered. Babies was bait for the fucking alligator. Come on, man. I don't know if your girl sitting right here right now be so fucking willing just to forgive these folk. So I get it. But at the same time, it's called transmutation of the fucking energy. You can take that hatred and that pain and you can put it in your passions and go start you a fucking business and become successful as fuck. And then you tell them you wish your bitch would. You can do that. Or you can sit there and be angry and mad at the world. And motherfuckers don't even know why you're mad. And before you know it, you look 15 years older. Stress killing you. Your heart heavy. Huh? Or you got the other option. You can sit back and let motherfuckers take care of you. I don't like that idea of that. I don't. Because we some talented motherfuckers. I don't care what nobody say. Show it to us one time. One time. And we got it. That's anything. So much raw talent in us. So the ancestors be pissed. They be sitting around mad in the motherfucker like, bro, what is you doing sitting on your ass not even waking up to 3 o'clock in the evening? The fuck is wrong with you? Get your ass up. You know how the shit we had to go through for your ass to be here right now? And have the things? Listen, baby. Ancestors be mad. Yeah, they do. But you got to be, in order to transmute that energy, you got to be willing to step outside the damn box. I don't know what they're going to say. They don't talk any damn way. They're going to talk about you if you sit there and let the government take care of you. They're going to talk about you if you're in and out of jail. They're going to talk about your motherfucking ass regardless. So now, what the fuck is the excuse now? People looking at me like I was fucking crazy when I first started my YouTube channel. Huh? They're laughing. Look at that ain't gonna go nowhere. I wasn't finna stop. Huh? I wasn't finna stop. Shit. I had something to say. I don't make people click on the video. Once I upload the video and put that bitch on YouTube, my job is done. Now, whoever a billion people, hold up, y'all ain't listening. A billion people use YouTube as a search engine. Why wouldn't I be on YouTube? That's the question. That's the question you be asking yourself. It's a possibility of a billion motherfuckers seeing your shit. Why in the fuck is you not on YouTube? That's the type of thinking I'm on. I wasn't always right there. It wasn't until I was just completely dissatisfied with what the fuck was going on in my life. Tired of watching from behind the scenes. Tired of holding on to pain and anger and hatred. Had to get fed the fuck up. I had got fed the fuck up. And this thing called spirituality had found me. At a time in my life where, baby, self-destruction is where I was at with it. I didn't go looking for spirituality. I didn't even know what the fuck it was. All at once. Started seeing lemon. And you got some people who see it blow up. I saw that yesterday. That's a coincidence. Then you got some people like, hold on, wait a minute. I've been seeing it damn enough for about 3 months. Something going on. What is this? And so just like this card right here, you go reach and you go search for the knowledge. To figure it out. So many things was happening to me, I couldn't deny it no more. I didn't believe it at first, but I couldn't deny it no more. Like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but something is going on. Because before 2019, my spiritual awakening, I could close my eye. Close your eye right now. Tell me what color you see. Most of y'all see your damn eyelids, some dark ass eyelids. 2019, I called my mama one day. I said, Mama, I think I'm going blind. She said, why you say that? I said, Mama, close your eyes right now. Tell me what you see. She said, I see dark. I said, I don't. I see these bright blues and these bright yellows. I said, I really think I'm going, y'all, I didn't know what the fuck it was. I really told my mom, I said, Mom, I think I'm going blind. I didn't know I was seeing auras. I didn't know what the hell it was, y'all. Then after a while, I started getting this fucking high-pitched ringing in my ears. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Google can be your worst enemy, though, because, baby, you get off Google and think your ass about to die. You get off Google and think your ass about to die. Huh? So, and then, right around the front of my forehead, it's like a little tingling sensation. And it was so profound. I knew something. I couldn't even describe it before. I was like, this is not a headache. It just feel like somebody is tickling my fucking forehead from the inside, though. I don't know how to explain it. Didn't nobody believe me, man. But I knew I was going through something. I'm going through something. Now, I've been thinking I'm about to die for about 3 months and I'm still here. So what the fuck is going on? Then all of a sudden, I moved. Moved to this townhouse and had a cemetery right behind it. Why did I do that? Oh my God. Weeks would go by. I couldn't get no sleep. Because every time I closed my eyes, there was another spirit showing me how they passed away. So I go to the doctor. I'm like, look, man, I can't sleep. I cannot sleep. So they gave me them thing, which kind of thing, Ambien. That shit supposed to knock your ass out. Ain't do shit for me. That's because Most High God didn't want it to do shit for me. I was going through something. And I made videos on that thing. And now, here's the thing. I saw spirits when I was younger. Okay? I did. Just like all my kids. And I feel like it went away as I got older. And I don't know if it's because we shut those things down. Because when I was little seeing spirits, I wasn't scared. When I was talking to them, I wasn't scared. Fear is taught. If you put a baby in front of a dog, they're not going to run unless they see somebody else running. Fear is taught. So when I was talking to these spirits, I wasn't scared. I remember being 4 and 5, holding whole conversations with shit I could see straight through. It wasn't until I think I was at my homegirl house. We in the kitchen. So we had to be in the middle school. We in the kitchen and I see shit that they don't see. Now, when I was younger, I thought everybody saw them. That's just what I thought. If I could see them, then everybody could see them. I never asked, did you see that? I never asked that then. I just was talking to them, or I would see them, or they would hover over me while I was sleeping at night. You know, certain things like that. But then when I got into middle school and I had spent the night with my friend, we had a little sleepover, I seen that woman in the kitchen. Now, we was all in the kitchen. And I'm asking everybody, do they see that woman over there in the corner? And nobody saw it. That when I knew, okay, I'm not fucking crazy because I see it. But they don't see it. So that's when I knew everybody didn't see them. And so one or two things is going to happen at that moment. Either you're going to think that there's something special about you or you're going to think you're a fucking freak. And I thought I was a freak. I thought it was something wrong with me. So what happens? You begin to suppress them things. So that's what I'm telling you. For about 10 years, I didn't have any sightings or I didn't hear anything or none of that. In 2019, all of it came in at once. And you liable to think you going fucking crazy. So I got to searching. Baby, Y'all know our ancestors sing shit too now. Excuse me. That damn, y'all know how I feel about it. I don't give a fuck who like it or not. Okay? That Christianity was forced on their ass. To put the fear in them. To make them behave. They wouldn't allow them to learn how to read the damn Bible. So they read it to them. They tell them what they wanted them to know. If you don't obey your master, your ass gonna die and go to hell. Put the fear in them. And then they beat the fuck out of them. Then they ripped the families away. Then the men would sleep with the man's wife and their daughters and just break a man down in every area. And steal his gifts by instilling fear in him. Our ancestors was gifted as fuck. Fear leads to limitations. And limitations lead your ass to chaos and conflict, and therefore you have a difficult fucking life. Because you are no longer free to be who in the fuck you are or what you was born to be. Because you scared of this, that, and the third. And a lot of people throw pride and ego on top of it and think it's something to be proud about when it's really they scared. The fear is up under that pride and ego. I just showed y'all the 2 cards. That 6 of Wands is the pride and ego. That 9 of Swords with that 5 of Cups, that's how motherfuckers really be feeling on the inside. I'm sure with plenty days my grandmama wanted to get out there in March. Because she saw other folks her age. Marching with Martin Luther King. But see, if I was born back in them days, I would have been with Malcolm X. I'm just, baby, or the motherfucking Black Panthers. You hear me? That's the type of time I'm on. I'm sure with days she wanted to get out there and support her folk. Fear of retaliation. Fear of what they're going to do to my children. Fear I might lose my job. Because we as a people didn't have no fucking say for real. That's what the fuck they were marching for. We ain't really had no say. You got at-will states. They're called at-will. They can fire your ass at will. If they don't like how the fuck you look today, they can fire your ass. You still have states that are at-will states. Baby. So, it was just like that for black folks. At will. I said this live is not to make nobody hate. Rather educate yourself on what the fuck is going on. And we ain't got all the damn answers. I know I don't. And I ain't got it all figured out. And I ain't never said I did. I was scared when I was going through my spiritual awakening because I really thought I was finna leave the world. And because of my pride and ego, I was a single mother. So who gonna be here for my children? Had a lot of shit going on in my mind. I was asking everybody, did y'all see that? Do you see these numbers? Are you having 555 in the chat? Are you having this tingling in your forehead? Are you getting this high-pitched ringing? Are you seeing shit at the corner? Are you able to fucking close your eyes and see a whole vision and your ass ain't even asleep? Are you able to have dreams of things that ain't even happened yet? Are you able to close your eyes and view someone in a whole nother city? Remote viewing. I didn't know what none of that was. I didn't know what none of it was, but I was going through all of it. And the people around me. So then I began to withdraw from friends and family because nobody understood what I was going through. I didn't even understand what I was going through, but I knew I was going through. I used to walk through my house and see the kids just knocked out sleep. But I couldn't get no damn sleep. And I talked to this lady and she said, you had to look at it like this. Mediums, spirits know who can see them, who can hear them, who can talk to them. She said, it's like you in a dark room and you are the light bulb in a dark room. So these spirits are like the moth to the flame. They know who can hear them, who can see them. They're going to flock to you. Because I promise the entire time that I lived in that townhouse with the cemetery behind it, it was like a portal. All these spirits coming through, showing me how they passed away. And I was confused. I said, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? What do y'all want me to do? Leave me alone. Y'all, man, listen. There were nights I would cry because I just wanted to go to sleep. I just wanted to sleep. Y'all ain't listening. So I wrestled with what I'm supposed to do with this. Why is this happening to me? Little old me. Little old me, bro. I'm the nobody. So had I let the fear keep me in the box, there would not even be a spiritual sage. I said, I can't have any damn dreams and these visions ain't got shit to do with me. It must be that I'm supposed to say it. I'm supposed to put it out there. Something got to be going on. This ain't no fucking coincidence. And then I found a little community on Facebook of people going through the same thing. And boy, it was like, I was like a little kid in a candy store. Because I finally had some answers to what I was going through. Excuse me. I didn't know why I didn't like to be in crowds. For real, for real. I could be feeling just fine. Certain type of person come around me and I feel what they feel. I didn't understand. I thought it was my own feelings. I really thought I was going through something. Those were not my feelings. I was picking up on other people's emotions, but I didn't know that. Me and my youngest son could sit next to each other and not have to open our mouth and have a whole conversation. It freaked him out and it freaked me out too. And this was just in 2020. At the beginning of 2020. It was creepy, y'all. So, coming up very conservative and Baptist and all those wonderful, beautiful things, I could no longer be in denial about what the fuck was happening. Okay? And I damn sure wasn't finna let fear hold me back. That's what I admired about Kaylon. He wasn't scared of shit. And if he was, he wasn't finna let it stop him. The spirit of a hustler and the swagger of a college kid. Hell nah. I often ask myself, when you think about babies who pass away at birth, or they live to be 5 and they die, and you have to ask yourself, and I struggled with this for a little minute, y'all. Not with the passing of my son, but when I was even younger, when I would hear that, I would turn on the news, watch the news with my grandmama, and a 5-year-old baby just passed away. I used to be like, why would God let that happen? Yes, it did, y'all. Yes, it did. Why would God allow that to happen? Why would God allow this family to suffer, to enjoy 5 years with this child, and then poosh, they're just gone? Now I understand death. It's just a transition of energy. Like his physical life, my son's physical life is gone. But that's it. It's just transitioned over. But I used to be scared of death when I was little. I used to fear it all the time. I mean, at the end of the day, anything born got to die. But when there's an ending, there's a new beginning. So what you end here on the physical, you're going to begin somewhere else. I have my own personal beliefs on heaven and hell. I feel like heaven is a state of mind, bro. But we really don't know for real, for real. For ourselves, we really don't know. Because hell, if you ask me, hell right here on earth. If you look at it, shit. All the things my ancestors had to go through, it sound like hell to me. Sound like hell to me. And so to know that you have the ability with your fucking mind to pull yourself up out of whatever the fuck is going on. You had that ability. They ain't want you to know it. They ain't want you to know that shit. So they can keep controlling your ass. You can tap in and manifest whatever the fuck it is that you want. You can pull yourself out of wherever the fuck you at. Because we co-create with the universe. See, baby, people like to keep you at a certain vibration. Well, if you are constantly being taken care of by the welfare system, you're at a vibration by the limitations that you done set because of your fear. It ain't no real high vibration. You ain't in no high vibration. Hello? It's low. You ain't gonna tap into shit in that low ass vibration. You're too scared. Too scared to go out there and do anything. So I feel the people like to keep us there. What to do now? And everybody who knows how to tap in is being watched. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Because that's the fear now. Y'all motherfuckers gonna, everybody gonna take over some shit. They losing. They really losing, y'all. But I was scared. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And you know, if I have any tarot card readers on here, this is a crutch. And you will see this will begin to stunt your growth of your spiritual gifts. You'll see. It's a stepping stone. It's a stepping stone. Meant for you to start to trust your intuition. Okay? I had learned that for myself. Because as long as I have this, I'm always going to like be second guessing my, well, let me see. This is what I think, but this is what I feel, but let me see. Oh, okay. Eventually it's a crutch. Excuse me. You don't need them. I don't need these damn thing. It's a good tool. It's a good tool to strengthen. But it's just like glasses. Everybody know once you get one prescription, your muscles become used to focusing through their prescription. Hello? Hello? And then they get weaker. And then after a while, you got to go get another prescription. Before you know, your ass blind as fuck. Big, thick ass glasses. Hello? Baby. So, like I said, fear sets limitations. It's just period. And within those limitations, you will find yourself somehow, way or another, in conflict and drama. And therefore, you have a difficult life. Free yourself. Free yourself from whatever the fuck is holding you back. You're going to be different for everybody. Everything you need is already within you. That's why they work so hard. People work so hard to make you doubt yourself. Make you second guess yourself. Make you feel like you can't go out there and be successful. And we fall right into it. You hear something after for so long, you start to believe that shit. Well, I am a failure. Well, I am a fuck up. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. This is life. You here having a human experience. It's gonna be plenty of times you fuck up. You're a spiritual being first. Hello? And you powerful as fuck. Hello? You got to tap out into that shit. You got to believe it. It's so easy for folks to believe that they can't do something. Why isn't it that easy to believe that you can? It's just a flip of the switch. And you are in control of your mental atmosphere. You control the thoughts. You control what you give attention to. You control what the fuck you believe. Stop setting limitations for yourself because of fear. Don't nothing be the failure but a try, dog. Ain't that what T.I. said? It's the truth of it, though. If you don't never get out there and try, you ain't gonna never know shit. But what you comfortable in. And let me tell you how spirit work, baby. Spirit will come through and sweep it out. If it's something you supposed to be out there doing, and you keeping yourself small, staying in the damn box because you scared, how you gonna be scared? What is you scared of? Spirit will come through that tower. People often fear the tower. I feel like the tower is the best thing. I like the tower and the hermit card in this deck. Huh? That hermit card make it go within yourself. Figure out just who the fuck he is. You got to know who he is now. You got to know who the fuck you are, just period. Fuck what everybody done told you. So I like the hermit card. And I like the tower card. Because whatever is no longer serving you, though we hold on to dear life. You ever heard that saying, white knuckled? That's how tight you be holding on to it. Because you're scared. Spirit come through, sweeping on up out. It's for your highest good. It's for your highest good, man. It's all how you look at things. Your ancestors, they be mad at hell. They tired of you holding on to this small bullshit when there's so much more out there for you. So they come through and knock it all down. People losing their jobs. Marriages falling apart. Relationships falling apart. If you ain't supposed to be there. And it ain't even how many times you fall. Get your ass up, straighten your crown, and keep fucking moving. You got to look at it like, okay, this tower happened. Because I was too scared to let go of whatever I was holding on to. I was getting all them downloads. Going through all of these signs and symptoms of a spiritual awakening. And I was holding on to that post office job like that right there. Then, the house I was renting, got a letter in the mail. We selling this house. Shoo. What you gonna do? You gonna lay there? Is you gonna lay there? Or you gonna get up and figure this shit out? Stop saying, oh, God punishing me. What? That's the first thing we say. Like I said, flip the switch. What if he ain't punishing you? What if he's blessing you? Because you know for a fact, your ass would have never stopped paying rent in that damn house. Your ass would have never let go of that damn post office job. And it was just too small for you. It was just too small for you. So Spirit had to come through and knock it out. And you looking for jobs. You looking and looking. Spirit say, everything you need is within you. Stop going outside. Why are you looking for jobs outside? Go within. Use the gifts that your ass was born with. These things that's happening to you not right now, Ebony, use that shit. That's why you going through it. That's why you having these dreams and visions. So, I said, okay. Let me see. Let me just see. That's all I got to do. Just let me see. Let me see what's going to happen. Let me just jump out there and take that leap of faith and let me just see what's going to happen. Because at that point, it wasn't nothing there. I was holding on to everything. It was stable. And, you know, me and my family was eating. So I thought that was it. Spirit said, I got something bigger for you. Got something more for you. But you ain't gonna find it holding on to this simple ass job. Now that simple ass job was paying me almost $21 an hour. So I was like, okay, I'm cool. No. You hear me? You have to let go of the fear. And just try it, okay? I'm not saying tell nobody quit their damn job, but you know, your intuition, excuse me, if Spirit been dealing with you, they been dealing with you. And keep telling me, man, you know you ain't supposed to be here. Or you know this too small for you. And then you get that still, quiet voice that the intuition is telling you, yep, that's the truth. And then that loud ass ego come through. And that ego is wrapped up in fear. But if I do this, how I'm going to take care of my kids? How I'm do? I ain't had no job, baby. Oh, my God. I ain't had no job for about 2 months, 3 months. The bills were still getting paid. I told y'all I made a video. The lady called me. She put $850 on my light bill. She called me. Normally when they doing programs and things, you got to call and you got to apply to it. This woman called me. I ain't even know about it. But see, sometimes that pride and ego will keep you from accepting the blessings that the Most High God got for you. They want to put $850, and that was just enough until whatever the Most High God had for me came through. So, if the Most High God is snatching something away from you, step out there on faith. It's like a lot of the ancestors just like waiting to bless y'all with things. But you won't let go of this comfort, this, and it's just really wrapped up in fear. Half of y'all stay in certain situations because you're scared of what lies on the other side of the door if you walk through it. And I was right there with you. But see, when I got that letter in the mail that they had done sold the house, I had 30 days to get the fuck up out of there. You feel me? The job at the post office, that was done. So I'm like, you can't lay down. You cannot just sit there and pull me. What the fuck? Now I want you to use what I have gifted you with, what I have reopened in you. Because like I said, I used to see spirits when I was little, and I thought everybody saw them. Okay? I wasn't scared of it because, like I say, fear is taught. I just talked to them, you know. Wasn't nothing to be scared of. It wasn't until I realized that everybody didn't see that shit. So then other people started making me feel like shit about what I was seeing and what I was going through. So I set limitations on myself and I started pushing. When I would see things, I would just tell myself, that's not, you didn't see that, you tripping. That's you suppressing your gifts. But in 2019, I couldn't do it no more. When I tell you, it's like everything, but I know what happened. I had a car accident. Exactly 24 hours before I had my car accident, which was on a Friday at 10:30 in the morning. I was sitting and I made this video. That was one of my first videos I made on YouTube. I was sitting on the couch in the living room. The kids was at school. It's 10:30 in the morning. I watched TV. Close my eyes just for a second. You know, you just close your eyes and you just chilling. But you're not asleep. And I had a vision. There was these hands that were coming through my curtains and they was just like this. Just like this. And when I tell you, the hands were like mighty strong hands. And they were color of like a Hershey bar. The nails were perfectly manicured. And behind these hands was like a sun and some, like the sun was peeking through the clouds. But this was coming through my curtains. That's what I was visioning. And in that moment of visioning that was just, it was peaceful. I wasn't scared. But I knew I wasn't asleep. There was nobody else in the house but me. So then when I opened my eyes, first thing I did, what we do? I called my mama. I said, Mama. And I'm telling her what goes on. And she said, oh, that's just the Most High God letting you know he got you in your hands. I feel like spirit will appear to us how we are familiar with it. I really feel that. Because there are accounts of, because what I saw, these hands was the color of a Hershey bar. And there was some strong, these hands were thick. That was Friday at 10:30 in the morning. The next day at 10:30 in the morning, I was on my way. I had got my granddaughter, my other son. We was on our way to go see Kaylon. He was in jail. So like an hour and a half drive. All at once, the car started fishtailing at 75 miles an hour. We couldn't slow down. Into the guardrail we go. To see the car, you're like, how the fuck anybody walk up out of that? The most I had, the glass from the windshield busted my lip. My eyes were swollen, like my face. There was trauma to my face, but I walked up out of it. Mahogany was 2 at the time. Walked up out of it. Josiah had a couple bruises on his back. Walked up out of it. The only 2 people in that car that had their seatbelt on was the driver and Mahogany. Nobody else had a seatbelt on. Do you know when you're getting ready to have an accident? Because I was sitting in the mirror doing my makeup. I was in the passenger seat. I sat up, flipped the mirror down, and I was doing my makeup at 75 miles an hour. And we was telling him, Junebug, slow down, slow down. He couldn't. He couldn't. I seen him mashing. It would not slow down. So I'm holding on to the dashboard, and in that instance, I knew I was done. It all happened so fast, but in that instance, I knew I was done. Boom! I lifted my head up, like trying to shake it off. Police officer, no, the people that were standing by, because the lady told me, she said, it seemed like we going in traffic. We on the highway, y'all. We going in traffic, 75 miles an hour. The lady said, it seemed like all the other cars moved away from you, from your car. She's like, it's like a circle around you. There was no cars around you. We on the highway going in the line, y'all. How is that possible? So when the lady opened the door, the first thing I did was turned around and make sure everybody was okay. And ever since then, 3 nights after that happened, I was laying on my couch. My youngest son was on one end of the couch, and my mama was on the opposite. I did not know what the fuck this was. I was standing outside of my body looking at myself sleep on the couch. I had never had this happen to me before, y'all. It was scary. I saw myself sleeping, okay? I was curled up like a fetus on the couch. I looked at the other end. My son was also curled up like a fetus, sleeping on the couch. I turned around, and I see my mama. But this is my spirit because my body is still right here on the couch. Just like that, I was back in my body. So, of course, I take to Google. What in the fuck is going on? Out-of-body experience is what they call it. I didn't know what the fuck that was. Man, listen, y'all. Y'all ain't listening, man. It was so much going on. And then, here's another thing. I just was telling my grandmama this like 3 days ago. Me and my youngest son at the house. The other two had done went to spend the night with somebody. So just me and Josiah at the house. He in his room playing the game. I'm in the living room watching the TV about 10, 11 o'clock at night. And we hear these trumpets. It sounded like somebody was standing in the front yard playing a trumpet. So first I think I'm just hearing it. Okay. Until my son comes out his room. Mama, you hear that? I said, I do hear that. I said, let's go outside and see, who the fuck this is playing the damn trumpet in front of the house. The street is quiet. There is nobody standing, because the way we heard it, this person had to be standing in front of my house playing this trumpet. We go outside. There is nobody. Everybody in their house, like I said, about 10, 11 o'clock at night. And then to be there, it was coming from the sky. What we heard was coming from the sky. And I knew I wasn't crazy because my son heard it too. And he was in his room playing the game. And at that time, what an 11-year-old gonna lie about that for? So what I take to Google again. Now there were accounts all over the world, and y'all can still Google this, of people hearing these trumpets coming from the sky. Y'all, listen, man, 2019, 2020 was something different for you, girl. I had never experienced the thing that I was going through, the things that I was seeing, and I'm coming out of my body, and I'm looking at my physical body on the couch. This was, all right. So, everything that I had been taught, this went against everything that I had been taught. So at that point, you can't deny it no more. That really happened to me. So for about 3 or 4 nights, we hear these trumpets in the sky. It's so loud, it's so clear, and it just sounds like somebody standing in front of the house playing the trumpet. I don't know what that was. I still don't know to this day. Because when I went to Google, yes, other people was hearing it. But they still didn't say what in the fuck it was. But it just gave me some comfort to know that I was not alone. Well, hell, I knew I wasn't alone when my son came up out the room and told me he heard it too. I didn't even acknowledge it. Okay, I knew I heard it, but I just stayed sitting on the couch watching TV. He ran out his room. Mama, you hear that? I said, yes, I do. I said, let's go outside and see what it is. So, I cannot keep my mind small with the thing that I was taught. Because in a matter of 3 years, the shit that I was going through, y'all, Things that I was seeing and hearing. I don't know. I don't know. I just can only tell you what I've been through. It was scary for me. Because like I said, especially when I started to see, like, people would come around. And that was the real reason I stopped hanging. I used to hang on this corner in Highland Park. The real reason I stopped hanging over there in that corner was this one person's name was Mike. When he would come around, be this dark. I never saw it before. I had been hanging over there for 3 years prior to this, to me going through this. But when he would come, I would start to see this darkness around him. I could also see like light yellows, light blues around other people. I did not know what the fuck that was. Like I said, I took the Google for everything I was going through because I ain't had nobody to talk. The people that I was hanging with, baby, selling drugs, popping pills, getting drunk, they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I can see negativity on folk. I can see the positive auras on folk. But I didn't know what it was. I did not know what it was. And so it caused for me, before, at the end of 2019, I was already hermiting. I was already, what they make us do, stay in the house because of 2020. I was already on that because I didn't know what to do. I wasn't comfortable with the group that I was hanging with, and I felt like I didn't belong there. But it wasn't in a sense of, oh, I think I'm better than these people. Cause just a few weeks ago, we was cool. I used to love to be over here. Certain family members, I couldn't talk to them no more. I would be on the phone with them, and my stomach, I would literally get sick to the stomach. So I had been in the house months before the Rona came. And I will say it to this day. Rona, it happened on a wider scale. I feel like people should have took advantage of that time. Go within themselves and hone them get. I did. I had to figure out what this was I was going through. Or go crazy trying. But the two things that was the creepiest out of everything, not even the spirits coming to me, showing me different ways that they passed. That wasn't even scary. And I saw, we had a balcony, the sliding doors in this town. Y'all know what a townhouse is, right? So in the sliding doors, I seen this man walking back and forth. He was trying to get in the house. But his spirit wasn't no good. I seen this with my own eyes. He was not alive. But he was walking back and forth in front of the door, trying to figure out a way to get in this house. What happened to him? He had a lollipop in his mouth. What happened to him? He fell off the roof. He was a roofer, fixing that very roof that I was living in. He fell off the roof and died. And I see the pain in his face, the confusion. He walking back and forth. A spirit, listen to me, walking back and forth in front of my door. He would get to this end of the glass door, turn around, get to this end. And you could see the confusion in his spirit. He wanted to get in that house because he knew I could help him. Spirits know who can see them. But with something on his spirit that my spirit guides would not allow this person in this house. They would not allow that spirit in this house. So I just see this man going back and forth in front of my door with the lollipop in his mouth, just like he was working. He had on these carpenter jeans, a gray t-shirt, had a short, he was Caucasian, had a low haircut, but he was in spirit form. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. It was him, but it was in spirit form. And I just see him walking back and forth, trying to figure out how he could get up in the house. But he couldn't. So, not even that was scary to me. The two things that fucked me up the most was the trumpets in the sky and me standing outside of my own body looking at myself sleep on the couch. To date, those are the two things that I cannot deny them. I cannot deny them. It happened. And the trumpets in the sky, it happened for multiple days. So, you call me crazy, okay? My family do it anyway. But I cannot deny what I'm going through or what I was going through at the time. I be smoking hell out of these cigarettes, y'all, because you see half the shit I see, you gonna smoke or you gonna do something. Yeah. You know, I be smoking because it be so much. And then I moved to another house. When I went in this house, immediately, you got the basement with the garage and another bedroom when you walk in the foyer. Or you can go upstairs to the living room, kitchen, and the other 3 bedrooms. The temperature difference in the house, when I walked upstairs, I was like, this is a beautiful home. I can finally give my kids a home, not no apartment, not no townhouse. I can finally give them a home. In the basement, the air was thick. You could cut it with a knife. And I knew. But see, at that point, I had to move 3 times. When you can see these things, you cannot run away from it. You can't run. What you gonna do? You cannot hide. It's just like you are a light in a dark space. Because I ain't gonna lie, for a minute I was trying to run. Okay, this house is haunted. It's too many spirits in here. I'm finna go move. This house is haunted. It's too many spirits in here. I'm finna go move. I can't run from it. Hello? So at some point you got to hone that shit, and you can talk to them and tell them when to come and visit you and when not to. You have to set hours with their ass. If you don't, you will fucking go crazy because they will bum rush you at all times of day and night because they know you can see them. So I have to constantly protect myself. You know what's funny to me? People who really don't believe in spiritual world. People who really think they sitting in the room by themselves. That's funny to me. How? Man, it's so much more going on. It is so much more going on. And I'm just experiencing just a little of it. But I know what I done experienced. You can't tell me that wasn't happening. You cannot tell me that I didn't have these visions. You cannot tell me these spirits and showing me different ways they died. I remember in the mail truck in 2019. I had called my homeboy, told my homeboy to meet me at the store because you can't deviate off your route. So I was delivering in a little neighborhood. I had a residential route, so I couldn't deviate off of it. So I told dude to meet me at the store. So I'm sitting in the mail truck and I'm waiting. Now, this young boy could have been no more than 25. He caught my eye the way he was walking. Nobody saw him but me. The way he was walking. And let me tell you now, he was dressed out of season. It's summertime. He had on Timberland boots, black jeans, and yellow and a plaid shirt. He had long dreads. And the way he walked stood out to me. But the simple fact, he crossing the street, he never looked up. He was always looking down. It's like I instantly knew this is a soul that is replaying what happened to them over and over again. So the way the story is right here in this intersection that he's walking on, and that side of town, so either this person got hit walking and he's stuck replaying that energy, or he got shot over there. Something traumatic happened. This person is stuck replaying his day. He walking to the store. And I see him come from the cut, come through. Listen to me, y'all. I'm on this side of the gas pump. There's an old white lady on the other side of the gas pump. There ain't nobody else there. When I tell you this young boy walked into the back of the gas pump and that was it, I was like, what the fuck? And it seemed like every time I pick up my phone, 444-222-555. Y'all, I did not know what the fuck was going on. 2019 was a year for you, girl. Oh my God. I seen that boy walk into the back of that gas pump and disappear. 111. We've been in here for a 111. How the fuck you gonna deny? So me, I jumped out because it was just, nobody saw him walking. But I did. He never looked up. Now, what I saw, he came in physical form. But that man, that was a spirit. But I saw him in physical form. Now, I'm telling you, he never looked up. I'm like, he gonna fuck around and get hit. He wasn't looking where he was going. He was staring down. And he walked into the back of that gate, and I jumped out the damn mail truck. He couldn't have went nowhere. It was too fast. So I walk around, the white lady looking at me like I'm about to rob her ass or something as fast as I went over there. But it wasn't nobody there but me and her. He disappeared into the back of that damn wall. It's just period. Okay? I called my home. I said, bro, we're going to meet somewhere else. I got the fuck up out of the damn store. Out that parking lot of the store. '19 was just, I was so sensitive. Any little thing, any leaf fall on me, I'm like, this right here. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, y'all. I know y'all tired of me saying it, but I'm so serious. Okay? And like I say, I didn't go looking for this. I didn't even know what it was. It came and found my ass. At a time in my life where shit, like I said, self-destruction. And so in May, I had done decided, cause I was scared. I thought I was finna die, y'all. So in May, I had decided I was gonna get out them damn pills. I said, fuck this shit, man. And life changed, like, God, I don't know how it sounds cheesy, I know, but it's like when I got that monkey up off my back, now I'm still getting these visions, still getting these downloads, but it's like people, I would be at the gas station and people just wanted to pay for my gas, just people wanted to do things for me. People just would look at me in like as if I was shining or something. It was weird. It was fucking weird. Okay, it just was weird, man. Remember the dude coming out the store. He's like, well, I bought an extra few of these. And I'm like, I didn't even know him. I didn't even know. A few times that happened. I would pull up to the gas station, get out, open up the gas thing. And it's like somebody would pull up behind me and fill it up. So that's what I'm telling y'all. The ancestors be ready for y'all to just take that leap. But see, I had to get that monkey up off my back. That's when I really felt like things started changing for me and opening up for me. But I tell you this, the devil goes after the chosen. It's just period. Any way they can get you. The devil goes after the chosen. And that damn monkey was on my back for real. It was heavy. 777 likes. It was heavy. But I managed to, and you know, it was hard. You know, pain pill addiction is nothing easy. I remember locking myself in my closet in my bedroom just so I wouldn't go out there. People would call me on the phone trying to give them away. That's how the devil worked, child. I had to literally lock myself in the closet talking to just the Most High God. Like, help me with this. Because I'm finna get in the car and I'm finna go pick them up. Help me with this. So, baby, it was a struggle. But the rewards. And I don't even think about them unless I'm talking about it. You know, there's no cravings. There's no... Because that was a dark period in my life. Just dark as fuck. Like I said, self-destruction. Self-destruction. And even in that time when I lost the post office job and I lost my house and I'm trying to figure it out, I was trying to start a business, a grocery delivery business. Because I knew it's like, okay, I'm tired of working for motherfuckers. Anyway, I always been the one. I used to tell my son, Daddy, let's do something. Let's start a business. Like, I always been on that shit. Because I'm like, I don't like schedules. As y'all probably can tell the way I be uploading shit. I don't like schedules. And I used to hate to have to know I had a commitment to be somewhere at 7 in the morning. Hated that. Always have. So, it just, there's a card in one of my decks that says, entrepreneurship is suited for your abilities. And I always felt like that. I just couldn't never figure out what the fuck it was I was supposed to do. But I always knew. From 18, I always knew that I was supposed to be working for myself. But I just didn't know what it was. Didn't know how it was going to happen either. So here I am trying to start my own errand service, grocery delivery service. And people were talking shit and laughing and telling me it wasn't going to go nowhere. And that was right. Because the Most High God has something way better in store for me that I could have never even imagined. And all I did was follow the guidance that was laid before me. You know? I just stopped resisting things. You know, sometimes when people leave in your life, yeah. See if they got my coffee over there too, KK.
Yes, ma'am.
Be careful now. I told y'all, look.
Okay, love you.
Love you too. She's driving now, so every day she want to go to the store, child. Every day is something she got to go get at the store. So, damn, I lost my train of thought just that quick. What was I just saying, y'all? Oh, the grocery delivery business. I was trying to start one. And I was trying to promote myself. And I was getting a few customers, but it just wasn't what the Most High God had for me. It just wasn't. It was 100 times bigger than I could have even imagined. And so this is what I was finna say. You know when folk is trying to lead your life. Because I was going through that period. That dark night, that damn death. I was going through that. And people was trying to leave my life. People didn't want to call. They didn't want to be around me. And I'm steady picking up the phone, trying to figure out what's going on. And I was just like, you know what? If they're trying to leave my life, I need to let them. And I did. I started resisting what the Most High God was trying to do. And I just allowed things to happen. I went with the flow of it rather than against the grain. And you know, I went through a lot. Y'all know when I first started, I had people telling my kids that I was a devil worshiper because I read tarot. Like, the lack of knowledge, ignorant motherfuckers get on your nerve. They make your ass itch, really. They make your ass itch. And I don't like my ass itch, so I had ignorant motherfuckers telling my kids shit. And so yeah, people were still trying to discourage me, but there was something in me telling me to keep going. And it's like I had the ability to know shit without having the facts to prove it or not. Just I knew. And so I kept going with that. So I don't know, y'all. Hell, by that time I had them pulled away from everybody anyway. It wasn't nobody but me and my kids at that time. It's like the Most High God secluded me from everybody. No job, no friends, no family. Probably for 3 weeks straight, my phone didn't ring. And it wasn't like that before. It wasn't like that before. Like, baby, you used to have to turn the ring off. You used to have to turn the do not disturb on because that motherfucker stayed ringing. So I knew something was going on. Okay, if these people want to leave my life, let them go. Something's happening here and I don't know what it is. And I just feel like the Most High God was setting me down so he could set me up. And a lot of y'all going through it, but it's just, like I said, a lot of y'all right now holding on to shit that you know you're supposed to been let go of. And I get it, that fear is strong, baby. To me, fear is like another spirit. It's strong as fuck. You have to rebuke that motherfucker. You gotta rebuke it. Get it up off of you. It's been on us for generations, fear. You look at other groups of people. They have a different they have a different outlook. They demand success. Huh? And what do they get? Success. Because they believe it. That the difference? Ain't got nothing to do with nothing there. Don't give a fuck what you were taught. It ain't got nothing to do with your ass not knowing what 2 and 2 is. It ain't got nothing to do with you not having no degree. It ain't got nothing to do with you being black or white or none of that shit. The mind. I tell y'all, you free your fucking mind, the rest of it gonna follow. I've been around people who demanded it. And that's what the fuck they got. And then I've been around people who were just scared. Just stayed in the little box. After a while, that's what attracted me to my son, father. He a Leo, baby. He demanded it. Now, motherfucker, I'm finna do this. He was very competitive. He just demanded. He showed me a different lifestyle. I came from a family of motherfuckers who was scared. I'll be honest with you. They all still in the same little town. I came from a family of motherfuckers who was scared to do anything. So when I met him and I got the chance to get the fuck up out of there, I left, baby. I left. Went to Wisconsin was a whole new world to me. I was like, what? Baby. And I was there for years. I wouldn't have went. I wouldn't have went to college in my hometown. I already know I wouldn't have. First of all, didn't nobody even talk to me about that when I was coming up. We thought you had to have money to go to college. We didn't know nothing about getting no damn loans and no shit like that. So, when I look at the time that I spent with my son's father, he opened my eyes to a lot of shit, bro. And then it just make you realize that, like, I was too big for that little town anyway, man. I was keeping myself small. Because like I said, we the type of people, you show us one time, we got that shit. We got it. We finna go out there and handle it. We finna go out there and do it some kind of way. And some of us that's like that. Some of us just scared. If you get a job and it's been good to you, but you're tired as fuck of working the job, you're dread going in there. Them is signs. It's time to let that shit go. The Most High God got something bigger for you. But because we are creatures, we got to know how it's going to turn out. We got to see how it's going to turn out. That ain't how God work. God work on your faith. And say, well, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I got the faith that the Most High God ain't going to let me fall. And if I do fall, he's going to be right there to catch me. So let's do this thing. Let's do it. That's why I was at the end of 2019. Let's do it. Shit, whatever it is you are trying, because you're literally trying to do something. Because I've been living all these damn years. And I ain't went through what I'm going through right now. So, it's something you trying to do. And I'm going to let you do it. I'm going to surrender to the will of whatever it is you got in store for me. Because I thought I had my life in order. I thought I had my life figured out. Ain't no shit. Ain't no shit. For real, for real. And when the Most High God want to use you, baby, you might well just surrender. Because they going to be on you like this. Spirit going to be on you like this right here. Every day. You can't sleep. It's like a 9 of swords. Every night between 3 and 6, you up. For no fucking reason, you up. Getting these high pitched ringing. Getting these tinglings across the forehead. I know now I was getting downloads. I didn't know what the fuck that was then. So, a lot of us stop ourselves. You know deep inside of you when something is not for you. All the Most High God wants us to do is use the gifts that we have in us. Everybody got intuition. People used to say back in the day, oh, that's a woman's thing. No. Everybody got it. And in this spiritual warfare, because that's what the fuck we in, the only way you gonna get through is listening to your intuition. Because that's guided straight from the Most High God. It was already built within you. Ever heard people say, I wish I had the book to life? I wish I had the book to life. You got it within you. You just got to listen to it. You first got to decipher, is it the damn intuition or the ego? And once you learn the difference and which one you listening to, you got the book, you got the answers within you, baby. I had to figure that out. Because I was one of them people that was saying that, man, I just wish I had the book to life. I wish somebody made a book to life. Hey, y'all need to go watch Florence, shit. It's called The Game of Life and How to Play It. Her ass was manifesting back in 1925. Oh, it probably was older than that. I feel like the 1% I always known that shit. And that's why they try to work so hard to keep us down, keep us stuck, keep us at a low vibration, keep us in fear so that we can, in return, limit ourselves. Fuck that. Your mind, powerful as fuck. So that's why they tell you keep your thoughts in high vibration. Don't use the word against yourself. Only say positive affirmations. And watch that shit change. Watch your life change. I was just like, man, I've been trying my way for 34 years. Let me do something different. Just let me try it. Just let me step out here on faith and see what happens. And the ancestors, that's all they be wanting. They be like, yeah, let's show out. I've been waiting on your ass to give it over to us. Now let's show out. And then what they do? That's what they do. They show out. And if you, going back to what I was saying at the beginning, hell, if you think of all the things that they went through, you ought to want to do something outside the box. You ought to want to make your ancestors proud. You think about how many of them lost their lives and the struggle and the pains and the shit that they went through, man. Some of y'all got royal blood flowing through your veins and you stuck in some 4 walls because you scared. What the fuck is you scared of? You got, that's what I'm saying. That hermit card. Because when you figure out who you are, you ain't going to be scared no more. Ain't nothing to fear but fear itself. Fear is, to me, is like a badass spirit. It's just like I think I get that thing up off of you. It's like a monkey on your back. You got to get it up off of you. It done turned dark in that bit. The damn sun done went down. Oh, look, y'all. Baby. What she say? I'm finna get up out of here too. Just don't let no fear hold you back, man. And don't let no damn ego stop you. That's all the fuck fear is, if you ask me. Fucking pride and ego. It's really because you scared. You scared to be vulnerable. You scared to open up your heart and let love in. You scared. And I'm not saying you don't have a right to be, but whatever the fuck got you scared, figure it out. Go within yourself and figure that shit out so you can open up your heart and let some love off in that thing. It's one of these cards I want to read to y'all. We're going to get up out of here. And it's just the damn truth of it. Fear ain't nothing but pride and ego. Too proud to do this and let this happen. And baby, watch it be out of the way at the damn back. I think that it is. Alright, here you go right here. Seek. Okay? Your task is not to seek for love, but merely seek and find all of the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. The love that you seek is within you. That's just the truth of it. A lot of folk done built up walls because of what they done been through. I get it. I totally get it. That's what I was telling y'all about my grandma. She hard as hell. She'll still fist fight with your ass. But it's like the card said. Go within yourself and see look at the barriers that you have built against allowing love in. Alright. That's what I got for y'all. Listen, we're going to do another one of them healing sessions with the songs. We're going to do another one of those. A few people like that. Spirit says some of y'all about to be kicking some shit to the curb. About to be kicking some shit to the curb. If I didn't help but one person today, my job was done. Let go of what the fuck you holding on to. Or you going to start resenting yourself, resenting the situation, all kind of shit. Ain't nobody limiting you but you. I don't care. I don't care if you got a criminal record. I don't give a damn if you didn't finish high school. I don't care about none of that shit. Because none of it matters at the end of the day. Okay? I love y'all from the bottom of my feet. Y'all please go check out my other channel. Go subscribe to my other channel. It's called Sag and Son. SAGANDSON. Hope y'all go over there and subscribe to that channel. We don't do no cards over there. I told y'all, this is becoming a crutch for me. I love tarot. I love the art of it. But it's becoming a crutch for me. So on that channel over there, we're going to talk about a lot of different things. Now I'm waiting to the point that we can go live Q&A. Okay? And I can have my iPad right here so I can be reading y'all questions. I'm on my phone right now. I can't hardly see that shit so little. And the damn comments so fast going up. I know on my computer I can slow the comments down so I can read them. So if y'all got topics that y'all want to talk about, somebody emailed me last night, and y'all can email me at saginson@gmail.com. Email me your topics. You can remain anonymous. But a lady emailed me and she said, well, you know, on your other channel you talk about the twin flame a lot. But there are a lot of us who want to date again. So how do we date again after being hurt? You know, and healing from all of that. So I'm going to be making some videos based on that topic right there because it's a good ass topic. It really is. Okay, because a lot of people that's on the twin flame, they've gotten stuck. And you ain't never supposed to be stuck on this journey. You ain't never supposed to have no attachments to shit, to nothing. And a lot of people have gotten stuck waiting on somebody to come back, waiting on somebody to heal. You should be forever evolving. You should be forever moving and growing and going down your path, because what's for you will always find you. It's just period. And you guys know that the twin flame connection is a destined thing. Those of you who are destined to have 3D union, because a lot of them ain't even destined to have 3D union. So it's become a crutch. Fear of, if I move, this person ain't gonna come back. Or fear if I do this, they ain't gonna come back. Fear is a fucking spirit at this point, and it's got to come up off of you, because it's keeping you stuck in the little 4 walls. Okay? So like I said, y'all go subscribe to my other channel, Sag and Sun. I love y'all from the bottom of my feet. Till next time, bye. Baby, baby.